Hello, friends, and welcome to Small Business Wednesday. I'm your host, Kerry, Knoll, and thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. 6 email marketing strategies every small business should implement. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, bell notification. And if you like this video and get some good value out of it, please hit the like or thumbs up if you're watching this on YouTube, LinkedIn, or even on Facebook. And as always, feel free to share this with anyone who might benefit from it or find it of interest. And please leave me a comment, even if it's just to say hi. So real quick, I'm going to share this comment that got posted on my profile automatically from the Facebook Creators program or whatever it's called for FB stars, right? So during this broadcast, you can support me by sending stars, a digital gift that you can get here, fb.com/stars. Again, stars aren't very valuable. I think 1 star equals about 1 penny. So it takes a ton of stars in order to really get anything from it. But it's something new and I want to try it out. So if anyone wants to go there, get a couple stars and send them my way or send them to any other creators you like, I'm sure they would all appreciate it as well as myself. So just wanted to share that with you real quick before we head into what I have for you today. So let's get into 6 email marketing strategies every small business should implement. Okay, so here we go. Let me get this going here. All right, so strategy number 1, personalization, right? So you want to address them by name if possible. So when you're capturing their email address, you should also be thinking about trying to capture their name. Obviously, we do that most of the time, but sometimes it's hard because you don't necessarily want to require the name or perhaps you have a landing page, squeeze page, or split test page that you're trying out that's just trying to capture the email address only, because obviously the least amount of information you try to request from someone, the more of a chance and higher percentage chance you're going to get them to opt into your email list. But if you can get their name, then of course you can address them by name automatically through email autoresponders, which I'm going to talk about here shortly. Personalization or personalized recommendations is also really, really key to personalization, right? So if you know specifically what your who is or what your audience is specifically interested in, making sure that you're personalizing those recommendations that are tailored to at least that group of people, or even better, if you can segment them further and figure out exactly, what they're into or who, what kind of person they are, you can then personalize even further. And the more personalized the recommendations are in your emails, the better chance you are going to hit and they're going to actually take action and, click the link in the email and or purchase a product or service from your business. And then if you do this, you're going to see increases in your transaction rates of about 6 times. Okay, so if the more personalized your email marketing strategy is, you're going to see a possibility of increased transaction rates as much as 6 times. So just think about that. So that's how important it is to personalize your email marketing efforts. And then for every, for $20 for every $1, you should get a return of $20 for every $1 invested in this particular strategy. If you are doing it correctly and you're really, really personalizing the recommendations and giving them exactly what they are interested in most, you should get approximately a 20 to 1 return on your investment, basically, for this type of strategy. Okay, strategy number 2, utilize segmentation. You can segment by industry or niche. So if you're in, a particular type of business that deals with multiple industries, niches, make sure you're segmenting by that. You can segment by location. So again, if you're a business or a franchise or some kind of thing like this that has multiple locations, it would be in your best interest to segment by location. Segment by where they are in your sales cycle. That's a very another poignant piece of advice. So make sure that, wherever they are and wherever they need to be, that you're actually speaking to them where they are in your sales cycle, not, where they've already been or where they are going to end up. Okay, where they are currently is where you want to be talking to them. Segment by gender or age. So that might be applicable to some businesses depending on what type of business you have. And then, of course, this will increase your open rates by 39% and boost revenues by as much as 24%, as some case studies have shown. So you can definitely see that there's a huge impact by utilizing segmentation in your email marketing strategies as well. Okay, on to number 3, strategy number 3, test your emails, right? So test for deliverability first and foremost. You want to make sure your emails are getting delivered to the inbox primarily. Even the promotions tab is better than not getting delivered at all, or, heaven forbid, you end up in the spam folder. So definitely test for deliverability first and foremost. You want to test the subject line to see how it hits and whether or not it's going to resonate well with your intended audience. You might also want to test the content of your email as well. And you can also test the call to action, or CTA. So these are the three primary, obviously, parts of an email anyway, but you can split test these and find out for sure through testing with small segments of your audience on which of these works the best or resonates the best based on open rates, click-through rates, etc. So test with small segments before sending to an entire audience, right? So I want to make sure that you're not just blasting your entire audience without testing out your emails first and foremost, specifically for deliverability first and foremost. And then if you want to really dial in your messaging, you want to test by subject line, content of the email, and the call to action. Strategy number 4, take advantage of automation, right? So autoresponders such as ActiveCampaign, which is what I primarily use and recommend, SendLane, Aweber, GetResponse. I mean, there's many more. Some of you out there might be using MailChimp, or you might be using Infusionsoft. They call it Confusionsoft because it confuses me. Market Hero, etc. There's a bunch of them out there, but all of these will help you automate your email marketing strategies. So they will automatically send out your emails on specific days and times. And then automations can send out the right emails to the right people at the right time. And that's what you're doing here is you want to take the tedious task of writing out an email one time and then having to rewrite that email over and over to send to specific people by eliminating that task and the time and effort it takes to do that by putting it into a specific autoresponder and either having it drip out automatically as people come into your email list, or sending out specific automations that people can get based on certain criteria such as tags, segments, etc. Okay, strategy number 5, pay attention to design. Depends on what type of business you really have, right? So if you have a business that's more e-com based, you may want to have really pretty looking emails that have some obviously images of whatever the products are that you're selling. But if you have more of an information based business or a service based business, maybe text type emails are going to hit home better for your intended audience because they don't need to see pretty graphics for anything that you're particularly offering in your business. So text based usually wins out over graphics, meaning it gets better open rates, it gets better click-through rates, it usually gets better deliverability because it is more personal. It looks more personal in the eyes of the ISPs, those internet service providers such as Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, etc. So you need to usually use more text. It's usually like an 80-20 rule, maybe 70-30, where you have more text than actually graphics. And then, of course, you want to test. So however you design your emails, whether you are going to have more graphic elements to them or not, you want to still be testing and making sure you're getting good deliverability before you actually send out an email to your entire audience. All right, strategy 6. Last but not least, track the results, right? So use an autoresponder, right? Like we talked about, email marketing service provider, EMSP, which would be like ActiveCampaign, Aweber, GetResponse, SendLane, etc., that you can actually get and track the results of your email marketing efforts, right? So you want to track open rates. So that's really, really important, but it's getting harder and harder to track open rates now with Apple's iOS, 14, 15 plus updates now with mail, MPP, mail protection, privacy protection is what it is. So you can't really determine whether people on Apple have opened an email or not. So it's kind of throwing off all the numbers in general. And then obviously we want to track click-through rates, right? So we want to make sure we can see how many people click through on each of our emails. If we're getting good click-through rates, that's the most important thing. It's even more important than open rates for the most part. Open rates are great for deliverability, making sure ISPs like Google, Gmail, Hotmail, etc. are happy with your email marketing tactics, and you're not going to end up in the spam folder or having, forbid not even getting delivered. Sometimes it gets lost in cyberspace and emails don't even get delivered because it doesn't know where to put it. It confuses the heck out of the ISP. They don't even put it in spam because it's kind of like, well, should we go to spam? Should we go to promo? Should we go to inbox? What should we do with it? That's almost worse than going to spam. I mean, spam is the worst, but those other ways, when you just don't get it delivered, also makes you go nuts because you're like, where's my email? Why didn't it get delivered? I know I'm talking kind of fast and I'm sorry about that, but click-through rates are very, very important as far as your monetization, right? And how much bang for your buck you're getting out of your email marketing efforts. So definitely tracking click-through rates is very, very important. And that is really all I have for you today in this. It was short and sweet, but I did want to share that with you. As always, you can see these different types of strategies on my blog at vegastechgroup.com. So if you head over there, you can get to these different blog posts and read about them yourself if you are so inclined. But each week I'm trying to bring you some great ideas about what you can do in your small business to make it better for you so you can get more customers and make more sales. All right. Hope you enjoyed this. As always, please feel free to subscribe and hit that bell notification for watching this on YouTube. And if you like this video and got some good value of it, please hit the like or thumbs up as well. I would really appreciate whether you're watching this on YouTube, LinkedIn, or on Facebook. And feel free to share this with anyone who might benefit from it or find it of interest. I think that would be awesome. And as always, feel free to leave me a comment, even if it's just to say hi. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you again back here real soon. Take care.